Hi YouTube, it's nearly 8:10 at night on Saturday night, and things have been happening here paranormal wise. I don't know, because I've been away from home for about 3 days. The motion detector I uploaded last night that every few minutes it was going off, and it was doing it again today. So much so that I wrote a note and put it in front of a motion detector, begging my husband, please don't, because you're wasting my batteries. In the end, because it kept going off all the time, I took it away and put it in the kitchen and left it in the kitchen for about an hour and a half, and then I came back out. And while it was in the kitchen, by the way, the motion detector didn't go off. But as soon as I put it back in front of my husband's urn of ashes, it went off again, and it kept doing it again. So I need help. Do you think my husband, there's a few things bugging me. Do you think he's upset at me for going away? That's one possibility. And the second possibility is he keeps shining the light to say, are you there, Jem? Are you there, Jem? Because for the past few days I haven't been there. Or three, this isn't my husband and I'm being tricked by a trickster, because I ended up having these conversations with this spirit, who I believe my husband. Please, you're wasting my batteries, darling. Don't you understand, darling? I know you're there. I love you. I acknowledge your presence. And yet it still kept going on. Now, I believe my husband, when he passed over, we were in a very good place, relationship-wise. So he had no anger towards me. So why would he be disrespecting me, saying, please stop turning the motion detector on? Why would that happen? And because he wouldn't do that to me. So what do you think? Do you think this is some trickster playing with me, playing on my grief, knowing that I am grieving my husband? So now that I've acknowledged that this spirit in the house turning the motion detector on and saying, oh, it must be my husband, when it could be a trickster. I even tried saging, but nothing's worked. So let me know what you think. Anyway, let's see what happens. The only light on is my computer, and I'm just about to put the little bulb and the flashlight on now. So we're getting, no, that just flew past then was a little insect. I noticed it. But those other things, they're not insects. There's no insects down there. And at the moment, the motion, oh, there was a big orb. The motion detector is off. But I'm telling you, it got so bad, I had to even turn the motion detector off. I had to turn it off. I was begging, please stop it. And it was like, I'd sit down and I'd turn, and there was a motion detector turned on. And I'd go over there, and there was a motion detector turned on. Everywhere. So every time I walk into the kitchen, I can't affect that motion detector. So this is where I ended up putting the motion detector, sitting on here for an hour and a half, and it wasn't triggered. But as soon as I put it back in front of my husband's urn, it was triggered. So look, you can clearly see it's just gone on now. And you can see I have written a note there going, I love you, Rob. Please stop with the light. You are using batteries. Costs money. I know you are there. I'm always thinking of you. And I've got letters all over the place. See, it's just turned off. And I'm very close. So that's not me, but that was going on all night and all day today. And I thought, okay, maybe the motion detector is faulty. Maybe that's what it is, something's triggered and it's faulty. So that's why I put it in the kitchen and it wasn't triggered. So it's not faulty. And the last question for you, if this really is my husband, why is he fixated on just being there around the urn of ashes? And as soon as I said that, it comes back on again. And you can tell it isn't me doing this. I'm just stepping back a bit to get my EMF. I really need one of those, what are they called? It's like a Olivia thing where you can actually talk to spirits. It's off again. But I've got my EMF. One green light at the moment. The motion detector just came back on again. Why don't you play with the lights in my hand? Hold on, I've just got to just going to put that down there. Turn you off while the motion detector. We're just going to, I haven't moved, I promise you. So I've stayed in the same spot. Let's see if the EMF plays up before the motion detector gets on. I haven't moved. I'm still in the same spot. No, I've just got one solid green light. But I'll go to bed. And as I said, I only just changed batteries. I changed batteries the day I left to go to my daughter's in the motion detector, because I'll put this EMF down on the couch because it had, look how blurry that is. And they say when something's so blurry and out of focus, they're not insects. Look, see my motion detector going off. My EMF, I mean. Stopped now. The motion detector's not on, but I've got clear focus now. Clear focus. And they say, what I was going to say, when it's all blurry, that there's a spirit there. And when those orbs came, you saw my EMF. So normally I'm in the bathroom. I feel like I'm being touched at the moment. Feel like I'm being touched from the back. I should point the EMF towards me, shouldn't I? Since the motion detector is not. No, it's not registering. But I've stopped feeling like I'm being touched. I'll turn this off too because this doesn't last very long. Put it back.
Good night, Jim.
Oh, good night, Jim. So it's now 8:15. So I'll go to bed. And I have to have it. What was that? That was not, that wasn't a moth. There's no moths, look. No moths. No moths, look. And the motion detector comes on like that. Anyway, it's really hard for me to capture the paranormal because I've got a CPAP machine. So I've got the CPAP mask and you have to unhook the straps. So by the time I've unhooked the straps, put my glasses on, and got my camera, I've missed the action. So I have bought today, I bought a motion camera, and I'm going to stick it somewhere on the, look at that orb, somewhere up here, and we'll see what we capture. I bought one today off Wish. See all those orbs floating around there? Not insects. There's no insect. Look at that. And I'm closer than what I normally would be. Oh, did you see that orb? The first one that flashed across was an insect, a tiny little thing when I was in the bathroom, but there's no insects. Look, I'll turn the lights on afterwards and show you. There are no insects. No insects. Look. Look. Orbs. Do you think you can go up? An orb just went up, and there goes the motion detector again. This was happening all day, this frequently. This is going to wear out my batteries pretty quick. And this is what I tried to reason with the spirit. Said, once you wear out my batteries, I can't, don't know what happened then. Once you wear out my batteries, I can't recharge them. And so how am I going to know that you're around if you keep using up the motion detector light? If you keep going in front of it and use my, I'm tracing, look at this. See, insects don't just disappear like that into the ground. There's no insects down there, look. It's just grand. No ants, nothing. Can you please, before my flashlight goes, have an orb go up? I just had one go past. Can you please have one go up? And people still believe that yellow orb I caught the other night is a moth. Ha ha, I say. I have no moths. And at my daughter's place, I filmed a moth, and they're brown, quite distinct, looking to round, clear orbs. Very distinct. Insects are very distinct looking. That's an orb. Darling, you're on YouTube. You want to show me that you're here. Manifest a really big orb for me in front of my camera, in front of the light shining your way. Yes, so why do you think I felt, turn it off again. So this is constantly happening. It's been happening all night. I'm going really close because there was even another one I wrote, and it says this: Smurf, Robbie, darling, it hurts me to see you trigger the motion detector as if you are trying to reconnect to your ashes. Please, I give you permission to wander around every room freely. Can you bring with you Jimmy or any of my other dogs, pets too? Am I, with my grief, keeping your spirit here, imprisoned? That's not what I want. I want you to be free. But if you want to stay, you are invited to be with me. Sleep with me. Forever yours, love, Jem. But you can see the other one. Please stop using the light. So why, and that's his death certificate, what is it? What is it that he's doing? Is this really Rob? And if it's really Rob, why? Here it goes again. Let's ask yes/no questions. Turn the light off if you're Rob. Turn the light off now if you were Rob, my husband. Nope. Who are you? Who are you? Something's touching my back again. Are you pretending to be Rob? Oh, the light went off. Turn the light back on if you are Rob. Rob, my husband. Oh, did you see that orb? Look, I caught it. Are you Rob, my husband? Are you a trickster? Are you tricking me and playing on my grief? Because that's not very nice. So I need help, YouTube. I really do. I need help. You can see the orbs swirling around here. I'm going to walk away. Every now and then my dog sitting here will sniff the air as if she'll sit up and she'll go, I can't show you, but sniff. Oh, and just like that, the motion detector comes on again. How frequently is that? Every 3 minutes or something? And this is what it did all night, last night, and this is what it's been doing all day. So do you recommend I take the motion detector away? I didn't like that. When I threatened to take the motion detector away, it's not happy. Like I was having a cup of coffee and I said, if you keep doing this, I'm going to take the motion detector away. So and I went to do it, turned the light off. Then as soon as I brought the motion detector back, the light was turned on. Or the other alternative, do spirits become like childlike and they're just playing with light and it's just giving them joy and I'm the baddie? What do you think, YouTube? What do you think? See, he's definitely fascinated with that. There is nobody else here. Nobody. So what do you recommend I do? I've tried reasoning. I wonder even if... Do you think he can hear me? That's why I wrote those letters. Do you think he can hear me? I wonder even if he knows who I am. Because he's never lived here before. Look at that. He's never lived here before. I was standing here last time when that yellow orb came from that direction. It was not a moth. Good night, beloved. Oh, there went a lovely orb. So let me know. Do you think I am being tricked? My grief playing on? Because Rob doesn't know this place. He's never lived here before. Never. So am I being tricked? Especially when that goes on all night and all day. Like it wants my attention all the time. And the more attention, I've even tried ignoring it. Ignoring it doesn't work. It'll still come on. You can't ignore it when the bright light's shining. Alright, YouTube. So I feel I'm being touched again. And and there's another weird thing that happened to me, and I couldn't explain it. About a week ago, I've woken up with a massive bruise on my forehead, and it's really sore. Now, a CPAP mask wouldn't do that. I haven't bumped into anything, which makes me really highly suspicious of what I'm dealing with. And because, as I said, I'm grieving, I loved this man. I loved him. It would be really easy for an entity to play a trick on me. So please help me, YouTube. There's orbs. I am definitely being touched. Alright, I have to go to bed. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night because all night it was happening. And as I said, it felt like at first he was angry or resented that I had gone for those few days babysitting, but I told him. And that's not, my husband wouldn't be resentful like that. I told him he can come. Oh, look at this one. Look, just disappeared. That's not an insect. Something is touching my back. You have to trust me. It's very gentle, touching my back. Good night. Thank you. Love, light, and blessings. Thank you guys for watching. As I said, I'm very tired. Off to bed. And if you have an idea, willing to hear it. Good night.